A few years ago, Starbucks felt unstoppable. People willingly waited in long lines, paid premium prices, and treated a coffee run like part of their daily routine. But today, something is changing. More customers are skipping Starbucks. Some are making coffee at home. Others are switching to cheaper alternatives. And for the first time in years, people are asking, has Starbucks become too expensive? Because when a cup of coffee starts feeling like a luxury purchase, even the world's biggest coffee chain can run into trouble. So what happened? And why is Starbucks losing customers? To understand the problem, we first need to understand why Starbucks became successful. Before Starbucks, coffee was mostly seen as a simple drink. You grabbed a cup, drank it, and moved on with your day. But Starbucks changed that. It didn't just sell coffee. It sold an experience. Comfortable chairs, relaxing music, a place to study, work, or meet friends. Suddenly, buying coffee felt different. People weren't paying for caffeine. They were paying for the atmosphere. And customers loved it. Store after store opened. City after city expanded. Eventually, Starbucks became one of the most recognizable brands in the world. But over the years, prices kept climbing. A drink that once felt affordable slowly became much more expensive. And it wasn't just coffee. Food prices increased. Specialty drinks increased. Add-ons increased. Everything became more expensive. Now imagine buying Starbucks 5 times a week. That's no longer a small habit. For many people, it can cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year. And when budgets become tighter, customers start looking at every purchase more carefully. They begin asking, do I really need this? That's where Starbucks faces a serious challenge. Because premium brands work best when customers feel the premium experience is worth the price. And many customers are beginning to question that value. Another challenge is something most companies dream of: being everywhere. Starbucks expanded aggressively for decades. And while that helped the company grow, it also created a problem. The brand no longer feels special. Years ago, visiting Starbucks felt unique. Today, you can find one almost everywhere. Airports, shopping centers, college campuses, office districts, street corners. The more common something becomes, the harder it is to feel exclusive. And for a premium brand, that can slowly weaken its appeal. There's another reason some customers are leaving. The Starbucks experience itself has changed. Many locations now focus heavily on mobile orders. Customers place orders through apps, walk in, grab their drinks, and leave. From a business perspective, that's efficient. But for some customers, the coffee shop atmosphere that made Starbucks famous has faded. Instead of feeling like a relaxing destination, some stores feel more like pickup centers. And when the experience changes, people begin asking whether the higher prices are still justified. Starbucks is also facing something it didn't have years ago: more competition. Customers can now choose from local coffee shops, grocery store coffee, home espresso machines, lower price chains, and many of those options are improving rapidly. Today, customers have more choices than ever before, which means Starbucks has to work harder to convince people to keep coming back. So is Starbucks failing? No. Starbucks is still one of the biggest coffee companies on earth. But it is facing a challenge that every successful company eventually encounters. When prices rise, competition increases, and the experience changes. Customers start rethinking their habits. And for Starbucks, the biggest question isn't whether people like coffee. It's whether people still think Starbucks is worth the price. Starbucks built an empire by making coffee feel special. But keeping it special may be the hardest challenge the company has ever faced.